Hey guys, and welcome back for another hair video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I create this really smooth blowout look using my Dyson Supersonic. Ever since completing my hairstylist certification with OMA, blow drying has literally become one of my favorite hairstyling techniques, mainly because of how much simpler it is compared to other styling tools like flat irons and curling ones. I just find the whole process really enjoyable, and on top of that, blow drying is extremely versatile. It gives you the ability to create so many different looks with just one tool. You know, you can do sleek looks, you can do beach waves using a diffuser, you can get really high volume looks, but today I'm going to be showing you just my smooth normal blowout. Honestly though, I think a blow dryer is definitely a tool that once you get your head around is going to be very beneficial, particularly for guys. I feel like we fall into the trap of thinking that a blow dryer is just not for us because every time we've tried to use one, it makes our hair all fluffy. But I'm here to tell you, if you use it the right way, you can get really nice results. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what you're going to need for creating this look today is one, obviously a hairdryer. Today I'll be using my Dyson Supersonic. You don't need a super expensive hairdryer for this. A dryer is a dryer. I just love the Dyson for its features, and the way it's designed just makes the whole process of styling with a blow dryer much easier. You're also going to need a round brush. A round brush really is the key to making this kind of hairstyle work. The brush that I'm using today is a vented ceramic brush. The vent helps circulate the air evenly through each section as you're blow drying, and it heats up the cylinder so every single hair is treated equally. And we're all about equality here. Number 3, you're going to need some alligator clips to hold your sections in place. You're also going to need a tail comb to divide your sections. You'll also need a wide tooth comb, some duckbill clips. I'll show you what these are used for later. And you also need a heat protector so we don't damage our hair. And lastly, you will need some sort of pre-styling product. Today, I'm just going to keep it simple and use 2 pre-styling products, including my Shea Moisture Styling Lotion and my all-time favorite, Behave Leave-In Cream. Links to everything that I use in this video as well will be available in the description box. So if you're keen on trying any of them, make sure you go down and check that out. Now, once you've got all your stuff ready to rock, you want to start with damp hair and apply all your pre-styling products evenly before giving the hair a spritz with your heat protectant. Blow drying is far less invasive than, using a flat iron or a curling wand, but a hairdryer still gets hot nonetheless, and you want to make sure that you're protecting your hair at all costs, okay? Once all your pre-stylers have been added to your hair, the next thing you want to do is grab your dryer with a nozzle. I repeat, with a nozzle. This is very important. And then you want to get your wide tooth comb and begin blow drying your hairline to smooth out any cowlick kinks or flyaways that you might tend to get in the front there. Trust me, it's easier to smooth these out when the hair is like wet or damp rather than once it's dry. After you've smoothed out the front section, you'll want to do a quick dry all over on medium heat. I call it a wild dry because there's no real technique involved with this. The purpose of this step is to just get the hair to 80% dry, so when we go around with our round brush, we actually save time in the long run. Once your hair is 80% dry, the first thing we're going to do is what we call a halo section. So if you divide your hairline down the middle a few inches back and then section it off with a circular motion, you should have something that looks like this with a ton of free-flowing hair that sits around the perimeter. First, what we're going to do here is go in with our hairdryer and our round brush and start drying our section on high heat with the blow dryer pointing in a downward motion following the brush. The direction you point the dryer is imperative to make this style work. If you point the dryer any other way than what I'm demonstrating here, you are going to get a lot of frizz and the hair won't have any shine whatsoever, okay? By pointing the dryer in a downwards motion following the brush, we're using the heat and the airflow to shut the cuticle, which is what makes the hair look so beautiful and shiny when it's finished. Once you've completed your first section, you should have something that looks like this, and the next step is to curl that section up and secure it with one of your duckbill clips. When securing the hair as well with the duckbill clips, just be conscious of which way you're curling the hair. The main thing is you want to make the front sections curl away from the face. If you curl them towards the face, the hair is going to flop over and you're not going to be happy with the look in the end. The rest of them don't really matter all that much. Usually the purpose of pinning these sections up is to set them in place and create a really nice curl or wave in the hair. However, I'm actually just using them today in this instance to hold them up and out of my face and give me a slight wave by the end. After all that's done, you want to repeat the same steps again on all the other sections surrounding the perimeter of the head. This can take a little bit of coordination, but once you give it a few goes, it's actually easy as hell. Once all of our 6 sections around the perimeter are all nice and blow dried and pinned in, it's time to start blow drying our halo section. To do this well, you'll want to divide your halo section in half and then start with the bottom section, dividing that in half again, and do the same blowout technique that we just did on the 6 sections that are sitting on the perimeter of the head. After all your blow drying is complete, you should have 10 sections that look just like this. In a perfect world, you'd let it cool for, 15 to 20 minutes. However, if you're impatient like me and you want to speed things up, feel free to just use the cool setting on your blow dryer and it'll set everything a little bit faster. Or if you're not too fussed about whether you have a strong wave or not, just take it out whenever you're ready. Once you've let your hair cool enough, I'm so annoyed at my camera actually. It started to blur out at this point of the video. I don't know why it did it. It just randomly went blurry, so I'm sorry for that, but you get it. I took all the sections out. And once you've unraveled everything, you'll want to grab some hair oil. Personally, I love the Behave Right Control Oil or Blue Mun Cloud Control Oil. These two are my absolute favorite. Both hair oils really help me tame frizz and add extra smoothness to my hair. And I'm just gonna go in and evenly apply that to the mid-lengths and ends, and voila. But in the end, you should have a really nice, smooth looking blowout that looks natural and soft. And that brings us to the end of today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because it really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, and you all know that. If you have any other questions regarding the style or the techniques involved, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. See you next week for another video. Goodbye.